Welcome to our podcast, Learn Biblical Greek, brought to you by Dr. William Stewart, the co-founder of Teleios. This captivating podcast teaches you biblical Greek through a verse-by-verse study of the book of Ephesians, interjecting Greek grammar, Greek word meanings, and vital theology concepts. Thanks for joining us on this exciting biblical journey. Your study will be more effective if you use the Greek text with the Bible word codes, either on the eSword download or Bible Hub website. These links are on our podcast website at www.teliosresearch.com.
Hi, I'm William Stewart. Welcome back to our podcast on learning biblical Greek. We're at Ephesians 3, verse 14 today, starting Paul's second model prayer. What a great example to us, a prayer that we can use in all situations to affect God's will in people's lives. So let's get started. Get that Greek text open. And let's go to the verse. We'll do the complete verse. Tutu Karin. This phrase used 3 times in the New Testament. Once back in verse 1. So Karin, for the sake of, because. Tutu, you notice that OU ending for the demonstrative pronoun tutus, pointing to something nearby. This here, perhaps, is a way to say it. So on account of this, for the sake of this, for this reason, might be a translation. The OU, of course, is the masculine genitive, could be masculine or neuter, but genitive singular. Compto, I bow. Okay, so this is straightforward for a verb. It's the dictionary form of the present tense first person singular is indicated by the omega at the end. So there's no prefix, no augment, no tense connector. So very straightforward. How nice. TA, short word, makes you think of an article. And indeed it is. That T tells you it's an oblique case, accusative, genitive, or dative. A tells you it's the neuter plural. Gonata, ni. Now the dictionary form is gonu. And the root word is gonot. And in the dictionary form, the T comes off because, remember, a word can't end in a T. You notice that the endings of the article and the noun differ. It tells you it's the third declension. And in fact, because it ends in a T, that is the case. Now, the A then does match in a sense, the TA, the A in the article, because it's the accusative neuter plural ending in the third declension. Mu, M-O-U. So O-U, of course, this is me. O-U, of course, is the genitive singular. Pros, a preposition we see occasionally, meaning towards something. So since it's going towards, it takes the accusative. So generally, things going towards something take the accusative. If you're at something, you're in the dative. If you're going away, you're taking the genitive as a general rule. Of course, remember Greek, there's always exceptions. So we have tone, patera. So to the father, that tone, of course, is the article. O-N ending is the masculine singular accusative. Patera, well, here you go again. There's a different ending on the noun, so it tells you it's third declension, ending in rho. That A is one of the endings for the accusative singular masculine. To curio. So again, we have this, we see often the genitive singular masculine ending for a person, the Lord. The article ending matches the noun ending, so it tells you it's a second declension. Emon. The omega n tells you it's genitive plural. Omega n is universal for the genitive plural. For us, that meaning thus our. Jesu Christu. Again, we have that masculine or neuter genitive singular ending, the OU. In this case, of course, it's a person, so it's masculine. Matches the article with curio, so it tells you it's second declension. And of course, OS endings tell you it's second declension in general, or excuse me, the O at the end of the as the end of the root. Okay, so what do we have? For this reason, I bow my knees to the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. So what's happening in this verse is that out of response, for this reason, it tells you what happened, what he wrote before is what Paul's going to do in this verse. And it's so what he wrote before was that he is the conduit of the revelation of the mystery of Christ to the world, especially the Gentiles. And for this reason, that he's supplying this knowledge all based on their salvation. Back in chapter 1 and chapter 2, he's bowing his knees in prayer. Okay, leading up to this model prayer. Now, bowing the knees is the only time it's used in the epistles. So it's not a command, it's an example of perhaps Paul's beseeching God earnestly. But again, not a command, but something that we might do in faith as we earnestly seek God in prayer. All right, so we've covered verse 14. We'll continue discussing this model prayer next time. Hope you're enjoying these videos and they're helpful. Please join me for the next verse. See you then.